Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Loyola Chicago versus Davidson college basketball matchup on Sunday, February 4th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use that discount code PICK. You'll get 15% off. For those of you that make big bets, have a big bankroll, maybe looking for one-on-one style service, we offer that as well. It's called the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. But the only way to get those packages is to text the number you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. You got to text that number. But let's get to this one. Loyola Chicago taking on Davidson. We got A10 college basketball action. Of course, Loyola Chicago had all those years in the Ohio Valley where they were, bringing it up. Porter Moser was the head coach, and we saw them in the Final Four. Sister Jean and all that kind of good stuff going on. But Sister Jean's still with Loyola Chicago. I don't know how old she is, but she is way up there at this point. But Loyola Chicago, kind of re-emerging after a couple of years in the post-Porter Moser era. And Davidson, 12-8 on the season. Of course, this was the place where Steph Curry played basketball. But, well, they certainly could use Steph these days. The thing about, Davidson is that they weren't just three-point sharpshooters when Steph was there. They've been three-point shooting sharpshooters for a long time. And the thing is, generally when they struggle is when those threes don't fall for them. We've seen them play in some of these classic games over the years because, well, they always have the ability to stay in it hitting those threes. Loyola Chicago, more of a workman-like effort. 8-2 in their last 10 games, while Davidson comes in 5-5 in their last 10. Both these teams, like I said, played in other conferences, which is where they kind of had their heyday. Davidson came out of the SoCon, where they played for many, many years. Davidson coming off a loss against VCU. They've lost 2 of their last 3 and 4 of their last 6. And, some of these losses have been pretty terrible. Losing to Dayton, certainly not a shame, no shame in that. But losing to Rhode Island, that's going to leave a mark. And, losing to Richmond as a mild favorite, I think Richmond's pretty decent. But, overall, just not the type of performances that Davidson was looking for this season, and certainly not going to be a contender to go to the NCAA tournament unless they can win this conference tournament. Meanwhile, Loyola Chicago also lost to Richmond, but they bounced back with 3 consecutive wins over decent teams, St. Joe's, UMass, and Fordham. Also lost to VCU, and then came back and beat St. Louis, who's having one of the worst seasons that I can remember for a St. Louis team. We kind of look at the tail of the tape, and like I said, Davidson relies on those threes, but they're not shooting them as a high percentage as we've seen them do in the past. Overall, their offense is really fairly weak compared to the Davidson teams we've seen in the past. But when we look at Loyola Chicago, this team is just really, really tough to shoot on, and really 20th best in the nation in shooting percentage against. They don't guard the perimeter all that much, but they do make it crowded on the inside, and just, it's the way they've done it for a very, very long time. And then they hit you on the other side with the threes and shoot at really, really efficient way of doing things. It's kind of, this thing that it's, when you see Loyola Chicago and Porter Moser, and even today, it's kind of like you wonder almost how they get it done, but it just continuously happens, so you just have to accept it. And I think we're going to continuously see it happen in this one as well. I think that Loyola Chicago just is playing the better basketball, and I think their style is working for them for the team that they have, while Davidson, those threes aren't falling, they're not going to win a lot of games. I'm going to take Loyola Chicago, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com, 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.